So we're gonna go. I think they said second.
Let's go ahead and move on to I think in Japanese. Last week, you'll know that we covered I think in Japanese, and basically it was just the informal plus to omo. This is the exact same as lesson 8. The difference that is covered in this lesson is that in lesson 8, we use the dictionary form, so like taberu to omo, and the negative, so tabenai to omo. I don't think they'll eat or whatever, like that. But in this case, Genki is just pointing out that you can also use the informal past tense plus to omo, and it must be an informal conjugation of a verb to be able to use it with to omo, which means I think. Now, Genki usually covers it as to omoimasu, which is the mas form of omo, which is to think, the polite conjugation. So most of my example sentences are also in polite to omoimasu. So these are once again the same sentences, so that you can see how they work. They're basically the same. So last week was dekinai to omoimasu. This time it's dekinakatta to omoimasu. So look at the e at katta. Dekinakatta to omoimasu. I don't think they were able to do it. Now, literally, this sentence would be they couldn't do it, I think, or they weren't able to do it, I think. But that's not very good English grammar. So I took some liberties with the translation. I don't think they were able to do it. Takaku nakatta to omoimasu. I don't think it was expensive. So literally, it wasn't expensive, I think. That's not great.
Did you understand what Andy tried to explain here?
Okay. So, okay, they
できなかっ
so
たと思います。
mm,
Literal translation, please.
I don't できなかったと思う I don't think they couldn't do that.
You already has English brain. Congrats. That's exactly Andy explained. It's not the literal translation. And this translation is just Yukiko said, I don't think that they were able to do it. So English sentence has this tendency. They don't use negative sentence in the clause of like thinking clause. That's why if you want to negate what you didn't think, you just say make negative sentence with think. And inside of that clause, you're not gonna use not sentence.
Okay. I can't understand this, so maybe what Andy-san said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he explained that, but I can't understand. But I got it now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So what he attempt to convey is that you cannot make a sentence like you as an English speaker make a sentence because Japanese doesn't work that way. Japanese just use 思う always affirmative. And if your opinion is negative, you have to make not sentence in the inside of the clause. Okay, take a look. So you cannot change here. But Andy's explanation, Andy's translation, if we literally translate into Japanese, できると思わなかった。できると思わない。So できると思わない is different. Completely different information in Japanese language, right? できると思わないです。できな、OK、できると思わない is present tense.
できなかった。
できたと思わないです。
思わないです。
Yeah. So
で
if,
きたと
okay,
思わないです。
I now change past tense, so the connotation is same. できなかったと思います。No, that person didn't make it. できたと思わないです。できたと思わないです。Oh, I don't think that person did. But like how we feel this for this, you know, like Japanese sentence difference, it's pretty different. Like, I don't know. First of all, できたと思わない is really weird because you are like in like Japanese language sentence, it doesn't confirm it doesn't like completely same as できなかったと思います right? Yeah. Just doesn't work. できなかったと思います。できたと思わないです。Yeah. So, because we are stating what we think, 思います。That's why we just purely have to make what you thought in this sentence close. You cannot remove not from there, as English language rule usually do. Yes. できなかったと思います。I think that's the only like a difficult point. Other than that, basically this section is explaining like as we did last lesson 食べると思います食べないと思います So we can also use just past tense あずみさんはピザを食べたと思いますあずみさんはピザを食べなかったと思います。
あずみさんが食べたと思いません。
食べたと思います。食べたと思いません。食べたと思いません。
食べると思いません。
そう、食べたと思いません。
emphasize.
I mean, 食べたと思いません。Like, yeah, doesn't have
食べた
like
とは思いません。
食べたと思いません。Like, yeah, like indirectly state the fact, but it's really just indirect and why you cannot say what you think. That's Japanese people think.
Very, very emphasize.
I don't think she eat. I don't think she ate. あずみさん食べなかった。That I can confirm. あずみさん食べなかったと思います。Okay, yeah.
あずみさん、I have a question
どうぞ。
to you. So it's real? I don't realize that. So English sentence, if you make English sentence, so I don't think they were able to blah blah blah. So like quotation. So otherwise quotation you have to change. So not. So I don't think.
Okay, you might not remember, but what happened earlier, I asked you to make an English sentence. You just straightforwardly make this sentence. You didn't make they were not able to. You just started the sentence with I don't think. Right away. You didn't think. Because you really know that's how it works. You know, if you have enough input, you know how the sentence goes. That's why your brain even cannot think the difference between Japanese language and English language anymore. Which was dramatic, you know, which was amazing. But you didn't. But if Japanese people genuinely try to translate without like adequate English like knowledge, then I bet pretty much they will make this sentence because first, what you did, action, 思います. Okay, I put I think first. Then, okay, what's the content of 思う? Okay, I put that clause. Then, okay, できなかった. They were not able to do. Yeah. So the way of your way of translating this, I don't think is you definitely like pay attention that clause like target object of omou is affirmative or negative, and you right away make a decision. Okay, I go. I don't think. It's more than true. You just prove it by yourself.
Maybe coincidentally.
No, because we really don't hear this sentence. As Andy mentioned, I think that they were not able to do it. It's really we don't think. We don't hear. It's more like it doesn't exist. This is a language. This is like cool things. If you really like observe well sufficiently, then you don't have system or like teacher's explanation. But then why teacher needs? Because if teacher there, then they give you the right away explanation, and you quickly apply the system. So either way, fine. But it's funny. So, but you know, if you encountered English speakers learner, then it's really kind. You know want it. What's happening here, right? Because you are a teacher. So you're gonna give a better like perspective or picture to the student, so that students' growth, like you can maximize it. Good.
It's interesting.
そうですね。
I
Okay,
don't
so
realize
you didn't realize that.
I don't
Yeah.
realize that.
と言っていた。はい。と言っていたも一緒ですね。はい。あずみさんはできないと言っていました。Instead, you can change できなかったと言っていました。Just, inside of the clause you can make a short form, and it's really nothing else particular we have to emphasize here. So let's move on next.